to talk about the Gabby Petito case. I knew that it could end the way that it has, but I was hoping that it wouldn't end this way. There was bad news that a body was found, and they're pretty sure that it's her. And I've been following this for a few days. I really didn't know about it in the beginning, but a few days it just popped up on YouTube, and I heard a video, and I was like, wow, you know, um, wonder what happened. But you kind of like have a really sick feeling that you know what happened. Um, One part of it, and I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, is if you watch the body cam footage, that disturbed me greatly. It angered me. You have two people who are physically fighting with one another. By all accounts, they're physically fighting. A witness saw it. Both people, I think, said that. He has a little mark on his eye. He has scratches on his neck. Now, I believe every state, in unless I believe in every state. If there are marks, an arrest has to be made. Has to. It's not even at the officer's discretion. And I wonder if that part was handled differently. Could there have been a completely different outcome to this whole thing? I'm watching the cop talk to him about, it was like watching two bowling buddies talk about their crazy wives. He would say that his wife has anxiety, and this women get that way. It's like inappropriate. It's not. Your job is to not be their counselor. Your job is to make sure that both people leave there safely. And when you tell them to stay away from one another, most people that are in those type of situations, especially on the road away from home, are just going to go find each other. Just going to hop on and say, where you at? And going to, keep going along with the trip, I mean, that to me was crazy. Another part I wonder about this is how long had things been going like that. People don't usually just get into like slap fights over traveling together and being sick of each other. I have to think that usually the first time is not the first time. You know what I mean? There's usually a pattern. And, I just wonder, what I saw on there was a girl taking the blame for everything. Taking the blame, saying, this is all my fault. I get crazy. Things like that. I get anxiety. I get really upset. But at the same time, this is her van, and someone is locking her out of it and threatening to leave her in the middle of the desert, however far away from home. That I would be terrified too. I would be anxious too. I would be I would have taken the keys and been like, you get out and I'll drive you somewhere and you can go ahead and fly home. Because that's, at that point it had gotten way too far. And you just have to wonder at that point, when something could have been done, could it have all ended there completely differently? I guess we'll never know. We don't know at this point what happened at all. So we don't know. There was another person there who had evidently killed two other girls. So I guess they're investigating, all possibilities. But to me, if you're innocent, come out and help, find, now found, but come out and help give closure and answers, and make everyone's suffering in that family stop. I don't understand, if you're innocent, why you wouldn't want to just go ahead and start down the road of clearing things up. I also don't understand how you come home with the person's car that's missing. Um, why would someone just give you their car, you know, that far away from home? The the text messages, the social media post, her parents don't believe that was her. I know as a mom, nobody knows their child more than a mom. I know what she's gonna react like usually. I know how she writes. I know the things she says, the terms she uses, even her punctuation. And if the mom says that's not her texting, it's probably not her texting. So lots of loose ends, lots of things that just don't add up. I do not believe that it's going to end in a way. I think it's going to end one of two ways with him. I don't see him being like a stand-up guy. He hasn't been so far, to come in and turn himself in. I don't, could I be wrong? And hopefully, am I wrong? Sure. But I don't see him being, willing to do that. My thoughts and my prayers go out to this family. I followed this case. I followed it for the last, 5 days or so, just checking, each day to see if they had found anything, or if they had, she had come home, and even that maybe she had been taken somewhere and, would be brought back, or, you just hope until you know that there's no reason to hope for that anymore. It's just such a shame. It's such a waste. I mean, her little cute face, her, just so much life ahead, and here it is, how horrible for her parents, how much pain they will have to go through, and, just didn't need to happen. None of it needed to happen. So my heart, my prayers, and especially as a parent, I hearing her dad say, "I'll never hold my daughter again." Ugh, that's just your worst nightmare. It's just terrible. So my heart, my prayers go out to the family, and I hope all of us, all of our prayers do too. So thanks for watching, and have a good day, and love and hug your loved ones. Just love, love, love.